Good evening, this is the New Dawn FM News in English, read to you by Loises Laukai. First, the airlines. State of emergency orders issued in the region to be tightened up by controller. Chairman appeals to South Bougainville people to attend COVID-19 awareness. Suhin Health Center to be ready in 4 weeks. Office of South Bougainville acknowledges contribution from its constituency members, and public want election to be held quickly. Now the news in detail. The state of emergency orders issued by the state of emergency controller in Bougainville will be tightened up as the enforcement of state of emergency orders have not improved, says the state of emergency controller and chief of the Bougainville Police Service. Deputy Police Commissioner Francis Tokura said he will consult with his secretariat to have some of the orders issued tightened up because people are too ignorant and not complying with the state of emergency orders. The state of emergency orders will be tightened up because Bougainvilleans are still not practicing social distancing, members of the public are still consuming alcohol, PMVs are still overloading, and liquor outlets are still selling alcohol. Mr. Tokura said it is very disappointing to see that people are not keen on observing the orders and taking note on the preventive measures disseminated through the COVID-19 awareness conducted by the health team and police. He said the only way about this is to tighten up on some of the state of emergency orders issued, even if it means restricting the movement of people into towns, imposing restrictions on PMVs, and introducing curfews in towns. Mr. Tokura said, though attempts was made to improve the process of enforcing the state of emergency orders, Bougainvilleans still have a long way to go into having some improvements in the enforcement of the state of emergency orders. Chairman of the Buin Task Force Emergency and Response Team, Peter Kamwai, has appealed to the people of South Bougainville to attend district awarenesses on COVID-19 conducted by the South Bougainville Preparedness and Emergency Response Coordinating Team. Mr. Kamwai said the South Bougainville Preparedness and Emergency Response Coordinating Team is made up of very important leading stakeholders like health officers, the police, the immigration and customs, the administration, chiefs, and community government leaders. The South Bougainville team is made up of very important and professional people, and the team was established to work together collaboratively and prepare to prevent COVID-19 entering into South Bougainville, Mr. Kamwai said. Mr. Kamwai explained that the team was established after the Honourable Member for South Bougainville instructed that immediate actions must be taken to immediately inform the population of South Bougainville about the deadly disease or deadly virus. The team was also established to contain any COVID-19 entering without notice in South Bougainville and to immediately inform the population about self-protection measures through intensive awareness in South Bougainville. The team's other purpose was to make sure the correct message and information are disseminated to all the people. Mr. Kamwai urged the people to attend these awarenesses as correct information about COVID-19 from reliable sources is very important. The isolation facility at the Suhin Health Center on Buka Island will be ready in 4 weeks according to the contractor engaged to upgrade the facility to an isolation facility for COVID-19. The health center in the Agogo constituency was given a green light by the ABG member for Agogo and Minister for Lands, Robert Amalsawa, who built the facility in his last term in Parliament, and when he lost his seat, the health center was left to deteriorate. When they talk about looking for an isolation health facility, Mr. Sawa again offered his center despite some disagreements with the landowners. This was settled and now DFED is funding the upgrading of the facility. According to the contractor, they started work yesterday on the upgrading and would complete the work if all materials can be purchased locally. New Dawn FM visited the facility and saw that there would be a total overhaul of the facility, including kitchen, shower, and fencing. You are listening to New Dawn FM News in English. Second Secretary of the Office of the Member for South Bougainville and Minister for Communications, Chris Nawa, has acknowledged constituency members from South Bougainville who contributed towards the COVID-19 awareness that are taking place in South Bougainville. Mr. Nawa extended his gratitude to the three members of Bana District, Minister for Health and Member for Bolawe, Honorable Dennis Lokonai, who supported the activities by putting funds to the district office, Member for Lato, Honorable Chris Kenna, and Member for Baba, Honorable William Sulamai, who also invested funding into the district task force team in their constituencies. He also appreciated support from the member for Motuna Huyono, Tokonutui, and Minister for Referendum Consultations, Albert Pungao, and also appreciated the Minister for Education and Member for Ramo, Honorable Thomas Pataku. Mr. Nawa stretched his gratefulness to the member for Paubaka, Honorable Jacob Toke, whose team did a very good job and being the first team to conduct awareness in his constituency. And finally, he showed his gratitude towards the member for Torokina, Honorable Stephen Swako, who has funded his awareness team in his constituency. Now to end the English bulletin, many leaders in Central and North Bougainville have been calling on the Bougainville Electoral Commissioner and the Speaker to quickly set a date for the issue of writs for the Bougainville election. They have been calling on New Dawn FM to facilitate a live talk show so that the two officers can explain why there was delay in the issue of writs. Last Friday, the Bougainville Electoral Commissioner, George Manu, told the ABG House that because of the current state of emergency, he was not able to advise the Speaker to issue the writs. He said that this was because of the restrictions of gatherings of people and social distancing. It was difficult to issue the writs until after the state of emergency. Mr. Manu also explained that materials for the election would be difficult to purchase at this time because of the lockdown, as they are normally purchased overseas. The state of emergency will expire on the 7th of June 2020. This has been the New Dawn FM News in English. You can also see our news on the websites on www.bougainvillenews.com, www.bougainville.taipei.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You can also listen to our news on our New Dawn FM YouTube page. On behalf of the news team, I'm Aloysius Laukai. You have a pleasant evening. Nayana one kind news long Tok Pisin me Aloysius Laukai by reading State of Emergency Order, where State of Emergency Controller Lo Bougainville being issued only Tok long tightening up or strong him again. Chief Lo Bougainville Police Service na Controller Lo State of Emergency Francis Tokura he talk and by Tok one time Secretariat long and long strong him on display all order low and them people in Oklo behind him all State of Emergency Order. And me talk and me like tightening because online long Bougainville only no long look or behind him social distancing not to Plenty oklo tring biya yet, PNB oklo overload yet, na olika outlet oklo salim biya yet. Mr. Tokura talk me no good plan. The people you know oklo behind him all order, where only make him long look surveys looking for him. This is sick can come up inside the Bougainville. Let me talk. Let me thinking long tighten him up this last state of emergency order. Supposed to be strong him and we can look long, work him curfew inside long all towns where me not to stop him all PNB long make him walk. Mr. Tokura talk people of Bougainville big get through now you know behind him all order long state of emergency. Chairman Blobuin Task Force Emergency Response Team Peter Kamoy missing out the people of South Bougainville lo mastrai marim all talk state of emergency committee or task force Yoklo Karimat. Mr. Kamai talk South Bougainville preparedness na emergency response coordination team and Moklo make him all work long bringing people lo talk sa will on this plastic Yoklo come inside the region and with our committee long and he got all officer of health, police, immigration, na customs, administration, our chief one time of community government. Mr. Kamai talk was since this team will be start only working big blow work finish. One time I live in blow member blow South Bougainville. This blood team work long and long carry out awareness, make him good plan talk look clearing people on this plan coronavirus. Isolation facility where only like put him lo Suhin Health Center, Lobuka Island, by ready lo 4 weeks time and this plan and lo talk lo contractor who's at the Oklo work lo upgrading facility long ready long COVID-19. Health Center inside Loago a constituency only been given green light long kama bosem isolation center and member blong go ahead the minister blo len Robert Amalosawa even kirabem this pla lo last time staff lo parliament time mi lose him this plus here health center even ko bagara bogata na time politok lo pani isolation health facility Mr. Sawa even to go right long even suin health center osem this pla isolation facility maski even got namelo lenonas time all started in this pla different now you could put in money long started in this pla housing tok lo contract tete to kosem working start aste na supposed to material is start lo bongambil work pipe in is lo for a week time new on FM tete being look around on this facility na looking mosem big plus senis you could come up long this pla lo kitchen wall sawa na fence Iplo harim news ka midlo new on FM. Second Secretary of Office of Member of South Bougainville, na Minister of Communications Chris Nawa, emi Tok Pisin, lo Member of South Bougainville, who said they contribute long putting money lo COVID-19 awareness inside of South Bougainville. Mr. Nawa Tok Pisin lo triple member of Pana, Minister of Health, na Member of Bulabe, Dennis Lokonai, who said he supporting this team time and putting money lo district office. Member of Lato, Chris Kenna, na member of Baba, William Silama, who said he put him two money long task force. Him Tok Pisin too, lo member of Motuna Oyeno Tokunutui, the Minister of Post Referendum Consultations, Albert Punga, na to Minister of Education, the member of Ramu, Thomas Pataku. Mr. Nawai Tok Pisin too, lo member of Baobake, Jacob Toke, who said he started work straight, number one team long and lo constituency long and all being start work finish. Na no losing thing long Tok Pisin too long member of Torokina Stephen Swako who started being supporting all awareness inside lo constituency of long and long finishing news plenty people lo central na north Bougainville closing out lo Bougainville electoral commissioner na speaker must talk to hurry up now na making time long issue reach long Bougainville election all closing out long new on FM long talk one time two plan na put him on bla talk back so where two bla officer he can talk to people, na people they can ask him all long this place you have reached. Last Friday, Bougainville Electoral Commissioner George Manu we've been talking ABT House. Awesome, because the current state of emergency, Naplo, advise him speaker lo issue reach the election. And talk this plan because the restrictions long, plenty money boom, social distancing, not to time long state of emergency. Mr. Manu, he talk clear to us all materials, the election, all this other kisim long other side. Now, because the lockdown, we had to buy more plus something. State of emergency, lo Bougainville by finish lo 7 day long June 2020. This plus finish new on FM News today night.